For all your TCG needs, make sure to check out sabatcg.com. What's poppin', everybody? This is Sabo94. Today I'm finally gonna give you guys a dedicated rant on Luxurious Cape. This is a card that has got on my nerves from day one when I first reviewed it. And since then, every time somebody played it, every time just people ask me, why don't you run this card? You always complain about the HP on regular Pokemon and blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna give you guys a detailed explanation as to why I hate this card and why this card is a joke. At least the way the designers made it is just an insult to our intelligence, or at least my intelligence. Because maybe many of you guys don't see what's wrong with this card. Some people are already gonna be typing in the comments, well, I used this card and it worked out for me, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. So Luxurious Cape is a Pokemon tool. You can only attach it to non-rule box Pokemon. So basically the regular Pokemon, stage 1, stage 2s, regular basics, whatever. And they get plus 100 HP. Sounds great, right? Well, the catch is when you attach this card and the Pokemon gets killed, knocked out by damage basically, your opponent takes up one more prize card. So objectively, if we look at this card objectively on paper, it turns basically regular Pokemon into stage 2s, or EXs, excuse me. It turns regular Pokemon into an EX Pokemon, basically. And let me tell you why this is shitty. If you really think about it, why this card is so bad, and I'm tired of people telling me I should use it or I should try it, or bring this card up when I complain about regular Pokemon and their HP. The designers did print this card as a sort of band-aid, I guess, to make these regular Pokemon last longer. But it's so shit because once again, they go by this design, on-purpose design of, we gotta make sure the regular Pokemon are nerfed. We can't make them good. They only have to be good to some extent, and it's a guarantee they need to suck more than the rule box Pokemon. So let's take Typhlosion for example, or let's take, I don't know, a bigger stage 2 Pokemon, Torterra with 190 HP from Brilliant Stars, rotated out, but it was a 190 HP stage 2 Pokemon. I'm sure we got other ones around anyway. So you attach this card, you attach this tool to that stage 2 Pokemon. Now it has 290 HP, or if you attach it on the Typhlosion, 270 HP. So it has essentially become a stage 2 EX with 270 HP. 60 less than Charizard EX, and just a lot less than any other like stage 2 EX Pokemon. That's just a natural stage 2. So what did you accomplish with this card? You burned up space in your deck to run it, to attach it on a regular Pokemon that should have had more HP in the first place, to turn it into a shittier stage 2 EX. That's what you did. And then when your opponent kills it, they're gonna get 2 prizes anyway. So I guess the only way maybe this would somewhat work out in a regular stage 2 deck is if you force your opponent to get 5 prizes, and then towards the end, when they're gonna kill your last stage 2 Pokemon, you attach this and then you got like a 270 stage 2 now that they got a kill. It's a bit like the Expert Belt from the Platinum Arceus set, but that one was a lot better because it boosted your attack damage, and it was just a different format. It was a more significant card, but let's not digress. Now, if they were serious about making a card that the regular Pokemon were gonna be taken advantage of for once in their lives, this card should have maybe given them 150 HP minimum. And I would even just go ahead and give them basically 200 HP if you're gonna go out of your way to burn a tool to your deck that just turns your Pokemon into stage 2 EXs basically, which it almost defeats the purpose of, it being a regular Pokemon deck, but whatever. Give them 200 HP, so the shitty Ethan's Typhlosion now has 370 HP. It's stronger than a stage 2 EX in terms of the HP, but it's got the tool on. So, you waste a card, you waste more card advantage to boost your HP, and your opponent is going to get an extra prize when the Pokemon dies. So it's pretty fair enough that it's going to have more HP than a Stage 2 EX. Since you're having to waste space for the tool, and since the regular Pokemon don't have good SHP, which they should have. Okay? If you try and favor this card in a regular Stage 2 deck or just any regular deck, okay, and think, okay, I'm just going to make the weak-ass regular Pokemon last longer with this shit, it just turns them into shitty EXs. So what you're doing is basically running a shittier EX Pokemon. And you don't use this card right, your opponent just benefits even more. That's why this card is shit, and that's why I've always hated this card. And it's an insult to my intelligence, them designing this card, having the regular Pokemon have shitty HP for decades now, and then making another shitty card that just barely gives them a buff, that doesn't help them. Like, think about it really. You're turning your regular Stage 2 into a shitty Stage 2 EX that has less HP than the EX, like the natural EX. And you gotta waste a card, you gotta burn a tool on it. So now your Stage 2 can't have another tool. You have a tool that turns you into a shittier EX, and you're still gonna, you know, give away those 2 prizes when your opponent kills you. So what do you really get? It's just a band-aid. It doesn't solve the problem, address the real problem with the regular Pokemon that have terrible HP at all. So yeah, this is why I hate this card. I've always hated this card. Don't ask me to use it. I'm never gonna use this card, ever. Because it's not good. And it means you can't have another tool attached to your regular Pokemon if you want to. It turns them into a shitty EX. What more should you say? I've objectively broken it down for you guys why this card is bad. It just turns your Stage 2 Pokemon into shitty Stage 2 EX Pokemon that are gonna have 50, 60 less HP than a Stage 2 EX that's a natural Stage 2 EX. So anyway, fuck this card and fuck the designers for taking the piss with us. I mean, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to take. I guess whatever. I'll talk about this in a different video. But yeah, and rant. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Sub to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What a